This is day one of the do-it-yourself go-kart build. Right now I'm in the garage, setting up space to kind of mock up what we're gonna do. So I have masking tape down on the ground. Just use my masking tape measure, and a square. And yeah, we're getting it laid out, and then we'll get the design that I drew up and we'll get to it. All right, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I got the gist of things from YouTube and kind of my own personal experiences. It's important to mock up what you're doing and test it out first. So that's what we're doing. We're sitting in our little masking tape box here, kind of with the dimensions of the parts I got off Temu, and I have the mock-up of what I'm kind of frame I'm going to do. Here in a little bit we're going to go get some steel tubing and hopefully some plate steel, and get some things cut and lay it out and see if I like it and go from there. All right, so obviously you're going to need some tools, probably beyond what the average person has, and luckily I've accumulated some over the years. DeWalt's probably my go-to power tool brand, but I do have my trusty little indoor Milwaukee one. I do have a full tool set as far as wrenches and sockets and impact drivers and whatnot. I do have a bench grinder. I will be using this vise as well. I have my sander / grinder hooked up to trusty DeWalt shop vac. I have the drill press, which we'll probably be using a lot on this build for, drilling the holes throughout the frame. Yeah, and then I have a TV in case I get bored. So as far as parts go, I have a few things. Got the 212 Predator engine from Harbor Freight. I bought their accessory kit that goes along with it. And then some random things to prep metal, soapstone to write on the metal, center punch for when I need to drill the holes. I took apart a couple old treadmills, so I have some extra bearings and some round stock from the treadmills themselves. Oh boy. So, sitting down and actually feeling it out of where I'm gonna want the seat and the pedals. I got the engine back here, just to get an idea of where the seat's gonna be, where the back axle and front axle need to be, and looking for pedal placement right now. Feels pretty good. Right there. I think we'll break everything down by threes. So every section will be derivatives of 12 inches. So 12, 6, 3. Just to make it easier on me because I'm no math whiz. But yeah, let's keep going. So the axles I got are 32 inches. I'm not really sure what the hell I'm getting because I'm getting it from Temu, but those should be here in the next couple days. Once I get those, I might completely have to scrap this because I don't know exactly what I'm getting from China, but yeah, we'll mock it up now, get an idea of what we're doing, and go from there. So a lot of the stuff is trigonometry kind of stuff with ratios and particular angles and stuff you have to work with. So I do default to the internet for that kind of stuff because I'm not going to figure it out on my own. But I will let you know what I find when I find it. Some of these angles are going to be tough. They don't have like a bandsaw or anything like that. So I'm going to be cutting all these angles by hand. And I think I got overly ambitious with my design. But we'll see. I want it to be safe. I want it to be fun. More importantly, safe.
Dada, I pushed that red button for you.
Oh, you're doing it again?
Yeah.
Well, you better say something nice because I'm going to put this video on the internet so people can...
Dada, I love you.
I love you too, buddy. Okay. Say hi, I'm here to help my dada.
Hi, I'm here to help my dada.
No, don't push that one. Okay, are you going to help me do this part? Because I need help with the tape.
Okay.
Okay.
I will help you, Dada.
Okay.
This is cool. I do.
You know your shirt's on backwards. You didn't know that?
I did.
Oh.
I want to go over here.
Okie doke.
But it's windy.
I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, we got the mock-up done. Time to trim the excess, and then we'll see what it really looks like. Ugh.
22 to me. It goes all the way to.
Make sure you're not. Hey,
Huh.
good job. Make sure you're not bending this metal, okay? This tape.
Okay. It's all the way to. 40.
40.
47. Oh, 48 actually. 48.
Buddy, I need to see what's right underneath your knees. Can you hop up for a second?
Yeah, nothing in front of him.
I know. I'm just seeing where I cut the other one. Okay, I need a big peeler. Are you ready to be a big peeler?
Yeah. Need this, please.
No, you can take all those tape crumples and you can throw those away.
So Dada. Wow, that's a lot of trouble.
Tape crumples.
Dada.
Yeah.
I see a bee, but I'm leaving it alone.
Yeah, don't touch a bee.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I think that looked like a fly, buddy. I think you're okay. Okay.
What? Are you done?
I think so. Let's check it out. What do you think?
Dada, you're supposed to draw that.
Hey,
something.
you're gonna sit like right here, and you're gonna face that way.
Dada, you forgot to draw that top right there.
Yeah, I did. But we can handle that here. And then pretend that's your steering wheel.
And this is my thing that holds it.
Yeah. Pretty cool?
Yeah.
All right. Time to get some metal. Half the time it's
Look.
trying to get this stuff figured out and then wondering what the hell he's doing. What? You relaxing?
Yeah. That's why what I was doing.
So I don't know much about small engines or anything like that, but I do know that this has a carb in the throttle, right? And I know that on the throttle, there's a place for wire, right? For the throttle cable to insert into the carb, and then it pulls and it lifts up the thingamabob in the carb and it accelerates the engine. Well, I don't have my throttle cable yet, but I do have this wire ring, a spare wire ring thing. Now, here's what we're working with. Here's your carb. You can unscrew this top part. Be careful, there's a spring in here. I made that mistake already. You have your ring and a throttle tube and your spring. Now inside the carb, you can take this part out, take this off and push it out. I just use my pinky in there. Pull her on out. There you go. Now, here is where your throttle cable end would go. I don't have that yet, but I do have this little wire thing. And if you see, it slots right here. There's a slot for it, and then the stay hooks right there. Now until my throttle cable arrives, I'm gonna use this and the gas tank that's about to come, so I can fire it up, rev it up a few times, and impress my son. So, Harbor Freight in their infinite wisdom. I was talking to my camera, bud. So Harbor Freight in their infinite wisdom packages this, I guess you could call it an accessory kit, an upgrade kit to the Predator Ghost. And they got all sorts of different sized metric and standard bolts all over it. And then a couple of these worm clamps are flathead. And the worm clamp for the filter is Phillips. So now I have to get up and go to the bench and get a Phillips. Now I'm just installing the muffler support clamp. I don't know, I'm the kind of guy that likes to completely follow the instructions and then modify after I get everything figured out. And typically my way's better. You can see in the background my WRX. I've done a lot to it as far as modifications, but that's for another video. Okay, these worm clamps tighten down. I had a little helper for a little bit, but he tuckers out pretty fast. Almost done with the engine. Fired up, maybe tonight. So I'm not an engineer, but I do know that when building and welding metal together like this, especially with weight distributed on top of joints, that you have to worry about failure points. And I know right now that I have a couple, and I'm not sure how to remedy it. I know that this will be a failure point. This will be a failure point because the steering brackets will go here and here. Back end should be okay. I got most things squared off and some ankle braces, but I'll have to do some more research and figure that out. But it's looking good. Nice little mock-up. Time to get some steel. I'm not quite sure yet, but I do think that...
What?
Buddy, I'm not talking to you. I do think that the throttle cable has to be in tension. But I don't know. We'll find out. Careful, pal. Not bad. All right, I think that should do it. Make sure everything's lined back up the way it came. Let's see.
See.
Ooh, yeah, it's under tension because of the spring. All right, that makes sense. This cable. So when the gas tank comes and we fill it up with the gas, when we turn it on, this is what it's like, a gas pedal. If you pull this, it goes vroom, vroom when you pull it.
Wait.
But we can't start it yet because we're missing what?
Gas tank.
Gas. All right. The engine all put together. Gas tank comes from Amazon later today, as well as an inline fuel filter and an inline fuel stop, so we don't ruin the carb. Got it all mocked up. You can see my son has brought extras into the picture. But we're getting there. So I realized I filmed all my previous video in portrait mode. Sorry. This is the next day for the homemade go-kart build. Got the gas tank, got some fuel. Realized that the gas tank I bought off Amazon has the correct pattern of bolts to fit on the top of the Predator engine, but the Predator engine won't accept it. Runs into the fuel pump when you try and set it on. So I gotta figure something else out. I'll probably just build a bracket to mount it. As you can see, it lines up. Just won't go. Too much stuff in the way. But we're gonna go pick up our welder and some steel so we can build a bracket for that and get the engine all squared away. Next couple days more parts should arrive, and get some steel, lay it out, and get going on this thing. Figured I'd fire it up for you so you can hear it. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, try again. I'm using a hockey puck. She's about to go. She's about to start. What?
You need to put more gas in it because you used all the gas. Yes.
I used all the gas?
Yeah. That is working.
What?
Working.
Almost. Someone's gonna say, you're not using the choke. To that I say, probably. Okay. Good job. Whew.
I smell the exhaust.
I kind of like that smell. Do you like that smell?
What is it from?
It's from the exhaust.
You cannot breathe exhaust.
It's not good for you, but I think it kind of smells good.
But Dada, I don't see any exhaust coming out. Is exhaust black?
Sometimes. But most of the time, like gasoline exhaust isn't gonna be a color or anything. You did it.
Yeah, it's just.